All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Math, Week 3, Day 11. All right, let's kind of run through these together, see what you got. First one says, fill in the blank with the ordered pair for each point. All right, so ordered pair. So let me see. So this is X, right? Horizontal is X. Vertical is Y. Again, X is horizontal, Y is vertical. Starting with point A. All right, so right here's point A. So A is something, comma, something. So let's go X first. So, okay. So X is going to come down like that. And let's look at Y. Now you notice that Y, ooh, didn't want the box. Didn't want the box. Love it when it automatically does things trying to help me out. I don't need any help. I'm all good. You'll notice that the y-axis, there we go, it's not on the line. So it means it's halfway in between. So let's start with the x. The x is on the line. That's 7. All right, because it's positive, positive in quadrant 1. So now the a and the y, so we came down over, so it is -5. So you could go -5.5, or you could go -5.5. Personally, I like -5.5. Okay, so that is what I would do for that one. Okay, beautiful. Let's take a look at B. All right, B is way over here in quadrant 2. Let me see if I can remember. So quadrant 2 would be a -x because it's on the left side of the origin, but it would still be a positive y because it's in the top part. Okay. Whereas quadrant 4 down here was positive, comma, negative, and then quadrant 3 over here would be negative, comma, negative. But we didn't have anybody in there, so it didn't really matter. Okay, B. Going from my origin across the x. That's -8. Okay, so B, I already know that's -8. And then the y, so I'm going to go up my vertical y, and I'm going to come across. That's my 4. At this point, this should be pretty straightforward. You should be doing pretty good. So maybe I'm going to get a little less instruction as I go. A little reminder at the beginning. We'll just kind of move a little quicker now. Okay, so now we're looking at C. X first, 3, Y, 2. 3, comma, 2. And look at little old D. -1, -2, -3.5. -3.5. And then the Y. All right, well, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to delete this so I can see exactly where that point is. That's interesting. That point isn't on the line and isn't in the middle. That makes it hard for me to decide where to go. If I was going to try to do it, so I'm going to go, let's see. If I'm going to take that box, I'm going to split it up. I'm going to do it by quarters. 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, okay? So I'm going to say D is 0.25. Could be wrong. It's not 1, so I think it's going to be 0.25, okay? Or you could put a quarter, but again, I like the numbers a little bit better. That's a hard one. You know it's not halfway, so let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, you can see that it's not halfway. So I'm going to go with quarter, okay? If we're wrong together. All right. So this one wants to know, what point is 5 units from -5, 1? Okay, so x, y. X is -5, y is 1. So let's find that point first. -5 is all the way down here, and 1 is here. So it's going to be that point right there. So what unit, or what point, is 5 units away? Well, let's see. I'm going to change colors. If I go down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that works. That was an easy first shot, wasn't it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's only 4. And I can't, no way I can reach the x or the y. So point, which point is 5 units from 5, 1? It is m. M, m. Okay? 2. What point is 7 units from -3, -4? -3, -3, -4 is right here. What point is 7 units away? Well, let's see. M is 1, 2 units away. That ain't it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. K is it. Select all the points that are 3 units from point K. This is kind of neat. I like this one. What are the points that are 3 units away? 1, 2, 3. There's a point. 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 Okay. I think that's all they want you to do with this one. Okay. You can, over 1, up 2, over 2, up 1, but I think right now they just want you to do, 3 straight line units. That's a cool one. I like that one. What is the ordered pair of the point that is both 8 units from point M and 6 units from point X? All right, I got to write this down. So we're going from M and X. So it's 8 units from M and 6 units from X. So we're looking at M and we're looking at X. All right, what is the ordered pair of the point that is both 8 units from point M and 6 units from point X? Okay. 6 away from X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8 from Y. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Did I mess up? M. 8 units from M. 8 units from M. 6 from X. Right, okay, I was right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the ordered pair of the point that is both 8 units from M and 6 units from X? All right, well, that we did were straight line ones, so we see that at no point do they meet. So now we need to keep thinking. I need to be 8 away from M, 6 away from X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I can do that one. Okay. So it could be, let me see. So that would be, it's 0 on the x-axis, and it's -1 on the y. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 away from U. I'm sorry, 8 units away from M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is 6 away from the X. I wonder if we could do it another way. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I could do it that way too. But it still ends up at that same point. Okay? So there's a couple different ways to get there, but that's how you're going to get there. Okay? That's a pretty neat one. I like that one too. What are the ordered pairs of 4 points away from 2, -2, -1? What are the ordered pairs of 4 points away from -2, -1? All right, well, let's zoom in a little bit more. -2, -1 is right here. What are the ordered pairs of 4 points away from -2, -1? Okay, so 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4 could go there. All right, so we could have a -2, 3. Okay, 4 points away. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be a -6 on the x, -1 on the y. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a -2 on the x and -5 on the y. Let's go rainbow colored. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a little more than I thought. Now that gets us to 2, comma, -1. Let's make that a lot thinner for next time we do it. Alright, so let's change to this color, but let's go fine tip. Okay. So now here's where it gets a little more complicated. I can go different directions. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could end there. 1, 2, 3, 4, I could end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, I could end there. So you start to get all sorts of different combinations, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty happy right there. 4 points away from -2, -1. Explain how you know. How do I explain how I know? Because I'm showing you in the graph. Definitely need to use the graph. The distance between points A and B is how many units? Write your answer in decimal form. Okay, so let's got decimal form. All right, let's see again. The distance between A and B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half. 9.5. Okay. The distance between points C and D. Okay, so I'm going to start with D. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. Okay. If you wanted to create a rectangle using points A, B, and C, where would the fourth point be? All right, I like this. A, B, A, B, C, be right there. So what is that? That would be -3, comma, 2.5. Because if I look at C, that's going to be 6.5 and 2.5. You got to draw it. I mean, it makes perfect sense when you draw it out. Okay, D was 6.5, -2. A was -3 and -2. So then good old D is -3 and 2.5. And, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Good job.